You know that sketchbook every artist buys when they swear, this time I'm really going to learn how to draw? Well, I've got a stack of those collecting dust from the last 37 years. Maybe you know that feeling too. You walk into the art store, pick up that perfect sketchbook, and feel this surge of possibility. But then a month later, it's shoved into a drawer. Yeah, that's been me more times than I can count. But this time I'm doing it differently. I'm starting small, building slowly, and actually sticking with it. And here's the deal. While I figure this out, I'm sharing everything I learned so you can skip my mistakes and finally build an art habit that lasts. I have a question for you. What's the one skill that every artist, whether you're sketching your first shaky line or painting your 100th canvas, absolutely needs? No, it's not forms, it's not perspective, and it's not anatomy. You guessed it, it's patience. You might be thinking, wait, patience? That's not even an art technique. But here's the thing, patience is what separates those who improve from those who give up. It's what lets you push through when your drawings look nothing like what you imagined. And today, we're going to talk about why patience might just be the most powerful artistic tool you'll ever learn to use, and how you can practice it every single day. Patience is the invisible muscle that holds everything else together. Think about it. Drawing isn't just moving a pencil across paper, it's training your hand, your eyes, and your brain to work together. That takes time. When you're a beginner, every line feels like a test. You expect progress in days, but real growth happens in weeks, months, even years. Without patience, frustration creeps in. And frustration, that's what makes most artists quit. I'll use myself as an example. I've walked away from trying to learn how to draw so many times I've lost count. Why? Because I couldn't handle the gap between my vision and my current skill level. I had everything I needed: internet access, wonderful public libraries, how to draw books, a cell phone, and plenty of pens, pencils, and paper. I had everything except the one thing that mattered most: the willingness to wait for my hands to catch up to their dreams. And here's the truth, you don't fail at drawing because you can't draw. You fail when you can't sit with the process long enough for the skills to grow. Patience isn't passive, it's an active choice to stay with the work even when results aren't immediate. When you're new at drawing can feel like watching paint dry. You sit there drawing straight lines, ellipses, or boxes and wonder, is this even doing anything? You see, that's your brain asking for instant results. But learning how to draw doesn't work like that. Think of it like this. Think of it like planting a tree. You don't see growth the first day or even the first month, but beneath the soil, roots are forming. Your brain craves that dopamine hit of visible progress. It wants to see improvement now, today, this minute. But your drawing skills are developing on a different timeline, one that requires trust in the process, even when you can't see the results. Every time you show up, you're planting those roots. You're building the neural pathways, the muscle memory, the quiet confidence that says, yeah, I can do this. So the next time you're bored out of your mind practicing a simple drill, remember, you're not just drawing lines, you're cultivating patience. So let's jump into just a little science here. Neuroscience tells us that repetition, plus time rewires your brain. When you practice a drawing skill, whether it's lines, shapes, or shading, you're strengthening the connections between neurons. But those connections don't happen instantly. They need rest. They need days of practice. They need, you guess it again, patience. Scientists call this neuroplasticity, your brain's ability to form new connections throughout your life. But here's the key: it happens during rest periods between practice sessions. That's why forcing yourself to improve overnight doesn't work. Your brain needs time to consolidate what you've learned. Think of your brain like a road system. The more you practice, the more you pave the road. But patience is what lets traffic flow without breaking the pavement. Without it, you're just spinning your wheels. So, how do you actually practice patience as an artist? Well, here are 5 simple things you can start doing right now. Let's break them down. Number 1, set small goals. Instead of thinking, I need to be amazing in 6 months, think, today I'll draw 10 lines straighter than yesterday. Number 2, time over outcome. Focus on the 10 minutes, not the masterpiece. If you draw for 10 minutes today, that's a win. Patience grows when you measure consistency, not perfection. Number 3, keep a simple journal. I call it my daily drawing deposit. Don't track what you drew or how good it looked. Just track that you showed up. Write down 15 minutes of practice or I drew for 10 minutes. You'll be amazed how this builds momentum and makes patience feel achievable. Number 4, embrace slow progress. If something takes you 3 weeks to learn, that doesn't mean you're failing. It means you're normal. Patience is giving yourself permission to take all the time you need. And number 5, celebrate quiet victories. Notice the small improvements. Maybe your hand shakes less or your circles close cleaner. These are signs patience is working. Acknowledge and celebrate those small moments. Here's the mindset shift. Don't see patience as waiting. See it as investing. Every minute you draw is a deposit into your future drawing skills. You may not see the balance grow day by day, but check back in 6 months and you'll be shocked at the interest you've earned. So let's give this a try. Get some lined notebook paper, a pen or pencil, a ruler, and some kind of timer. Set your timer for 5 or 10 minutes. That's up to you. On the lined notebook paper, create a 2-inch column on the left side of the paper. Set your timer. And on the first open space, create a 2-inch zigzag line from the left margin to the right margin, using the top and bottom lines as guides. Then trace that line 10 times. Continue drawing a zigzag line in each open space and tracing each line 10 times until the timer goes off. This simple drawing exercise may not look like much, but is quietly doing a lot for you. Each stroke is a lesson in patience. Each repetition strengthens your motor skill. With time, your confidence begins to grow, not because you're perfect, but because you're consistent. And before you know it, you're building the most important habit of all: showing up for your art every single day. I want you to imagine your future self looking back at today's practice session. They won't remember the frustration or the wobbly lines. They'll remember that you showed up, that you trusted the process when trust was all you had. That's the gift you give your future self for doing the the practice reels. Artists who succeed aren't the ones who got good overnight. They're the ones who stayed patient through the awkward, clumsy years, and you can too. Remember, patience isn't just about waiting for results. It's about trusting the process every single day. You don't need to rush or compare yourself to others. You just need to keep showing up. Because every time you sit down to draw, you're building more than skill. You're building patience itself. And patience is what transforms a shaky beginner into a resilient artist. Your art journey isn't a race with anyone else or even with yourself. It's a quiet, steady walk towards becoming the artist you're meant to be. Every patient step you take today makes that walk a little easier tomorrow. So there you have it. Patience isn't just something artists need, it's the muscle that makes the whole journey possible. Every shaky line, every wobbly circle, every boring drill is perfect that you're still showing up. And that's the real win. Now, I'd love to hear from you. What's one small, patient step you can take with your drawing practice today? Drop it in the comments with "Trust the process today," so I know you're walking with me. And if this video helped you, share it with another beginner who might be ready to quit. Sometimes one reminder at the right moment can keep someone going. If you're new here, hit subscribe and join me, the absolute beginner artist, as I keep learning, practicing, and building resilience one line at a time. Until then, take care of yourself, stay patient, and keep showing up for your art.